Didn't know it was a key grip, did you?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I better get that on the thing, key grip.
Thought it was called a clapper.
Well, that's the device.
Get it right, Josh. Come on.
He's not the biz. He doesn't know the
He
link.
doesn't know the. That's right. That's right. That's right.
Welcome back, guys.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to...
So long now.
Coffee U.
Those dramatic pauses are getting quite extensive.
That was quite a long
It's
one.
gonna be like a whole episode of just
Yeah.
a dramatic pause.
Well, it makes our time longer.
That's the only
Talk as
reason.
much. So, hi,
Makes-
everyone. Welcome to Dramatic Pause U.
That's right. Apparently.
Pause you.
Apparently.
We're glad you're here. And today, Brad, I'm Nathan.
Yes.
Hi, if we haven't met, good to see you. And as always, we have...
Brad Haynes here, Vice President of Operations.
Welcome, Brad. Thanks a lot for everything
to be
you
here.
contribute to the program.
Yeah.
Pretty much everything. I'm just here to fill in words.
You do great, man.
And today we have two very specialty guests that are near and dear to my heart.
The two of the original cast members of Coffee
Yeah.
U
That's right.
Yes, they are.
back.
Back in person.
In person, not
In
just on the
person.
screen.
From parts unknown.
Hearts unknown.
Well, they are
we
now.
know where they are. But some of you may not know, so that would be parts unknown to you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Josh Parvin, welcome.
Thank you.
And his better half, much
Wow, yeah.
Not even
Wow.
close.
better half,
Much better
Wow.
half.
Rachel Parvin. Welcome, guys. Much better.
Being humble
Rachel,
right at the beginning.
Yeah.
Josh
man.
and Rachel. Hi, guys.
Hey.
Hey.
Really glad to be back in person.
Yeah.
So excited
we're
to be
glad you're here.
This studio is really nice.
I know.
Yeah, Matt and Randy have done a great
Yeah,
job.
They
this
have.
is
Yeah, they
awesome.
have.
Fantastic
Much better
job.
than our original.
No, Rachel did a great job on that.
Yeah, what are you trying to say?
Sorry,
Yeah,
sorry.
seriously.
That was a barn.
Okay, well, hi, we're back again. And, yeah. Rachel
what do
did
we-
a great job in the original studio.
That's
but
right.
did.
This
That's right.
one's...
Producing
Matt's doing a
that
much
one?
better job. Woohoo.
That's right.
Yes.
I mean, that was a barn. You were working with
It was
what
a barn.
you
Yeah,
could do.
Matt's crushing
No,
it.
Rachel did great.
She did a great
Don't
job.
downplay it.
And here we have construction noises that were,
Yeah, so if you hear that,
evading. But at the barn we had
Sorry.
dogs barking.
Dogs
Many dogs
barking.
barking.
That's
that was
right.
the main
Lawnmowers.
noise.
did have dogs.
Lots of dogs there. Anyway, hi, we're here. We're not at the barn.
I think that's your third intro.
Yes. And we're talking about stuff.
Talking about stuff.
Things and stuff.
Specifically, coffee in
Oh,
the
okay.
Middle East.
Okay.
Yes, that's right.
So
In Dubai.
in the Middle East, there's coffee.
That's right.
Yeah, been for a long time.
Yeah, that was one of the original places,
That's
right?
right. Yemen. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of coffee.
And if you
from
want to know
Yemen.
more details about that, listen to episode 2,
Yeah,
our history of coffee.
That's right. That
From
was a
season
long
1.
time ago.
that's right.
Season 1, yeah. So we have Josh and Rachel here all the way from Dubai. And so we're going to be talking about things that are going on in Dubai.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Follow
So
up.
what in the world is Baba Java Coffee doing in Dubai?
Remind everyone.
That's right. So we had episode 2 of this season where we explained a little bit virtually, but now being in person, we'll recap. So Baba Java Coffee, we don't have cafes and roasteries in Dubai like we do here in Hoover, Alabama. What we do there is we actually sell green coffee directly from the farm partners that we've made to other roasters there. So we partner with them. We've made our partnerships and relationships with these farmers since the beginning of Baba Java. And they have decided they want to sell green coffee in the Middle East, but they don't necessarily have the relationship there to do that. So we decided to partner with them and sell their green coffee there. So my job is essentially to go to different cafes and make relationships with people to try and sell them green coffee that is very excellent.
Very excellent. Not
Very
just excellent.
Not just excellent.
Very
It's
excellent.
specialty, and it's very excellent.
Which, if you know Josh, you know he just hates having to go and talk to
know, right?
people and
Oh, it's
Yeah.
the worst.
and make
Sitting,
relationships.
especially
you know.
in coffee
That's
shops
right.
with excellent coffee.
Love going to different coffee shops every single day. It's very
That's right.
fun.
How many coffee shops have you been to?
I don't know. It's too many. I mean, there's like a ton of them in Dubai. So there's almost 200 specialty coffee roasters in Dubai itself.
Roasters.
Roast-
Roasters. Not including like cafes and stuff.
Wild.
So there's a lot. It's quite a large market. It's quite a saturated market, which means if we wanted to even get into roasting, it would be quite competitive for us. And we would also have to kind of navigate odd relationships with people that are already our customers. So that would be a difficult thing for us to step into.
Yeah.
So we'd like to have some kind of retail space eventually, but likely won't step into roasting too much. If we did roast at all, it would just be for ourselves as to honor our clients that we have.
And maybe compare, so like Dubai, you said there's about 200 specialty coffee roasters. What would that be compared to like Birmingham, Alabama?
Yeah. So, I mean, there's 4.5 million people in Dubai. Most of those don't have the per capita income to enjoy specialty coffee.
You're looking at maybe a third of those.
Maybe a third.
Maybe.
Yeah. So maybe a million people, a little over a million, can afford to drink specialty coffee regularly, and then not all of those people actually do.
Right.
So, I mean, there's that many cafes for a small amount of people, less than the population of Birmingham, Alabama. I mean, and there's probably like 20 specialty coffee roasters, maybe 25.
In Birmingham?
No,
Okay,
there's not
maybe
that
not
many.
even that much.
There's not that
15,
And maybe 10.
10.
Yeah,
Okay.
10 specialty roasters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and Birmingham's per capita income, like average, is much higher than Dubai.
Yeah.
Even though it's not even across the board, there's still not as much of a gap as there is in Dubai. You have the ultra wealthy, a really small middle class, and then
Just
most
super
of
poor,
it
yeah.
super poor, making
The
like
labor one.
$300 a month.
Do they roast dog skeletons in with their coffee? In
They
Dubai?
don't roast dog
Good
skeletons
to know.
there. There is a lot less commercial grade coffee in Dubai than there is here in the U.S.
Good.
Specialty is all the rage there.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
There's-
specialty
yeah.
coffee shops in like airports and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Right.
It is wild.
In the small airports.
That's right. There's a greater appreciation for coffee, especially coffee, so making it
right.
excellent. And there's also a greater appreciation for the cafe experience. How would you describe the cafes there versus here?
Yeah, I mean, the cafe experience, it's all about the experience, the presentation, the sitting down, it's not like individualistic, like we're rushing in to get a to-go cup of coffee. If you're going to a cafe, most likely you're going to sit there if you're walking in. And if you're not going in to walk in, they'll just honk their horns, and the baristas, they'll go out, take their order, and bring them their to-go cup of coffee. But that's not the majority of people.
So before we get into all the nuance there, Rachel, why don't you talk about what you do?
Yeah, so I help with our marketing team over there. So I work with Randy. He and I coordinate with the team here. So we have Randy and I, and then Noelle. And I help a lot with the social media. So I help with a post here. Noelle does the majority of it. And then I just help along with some caption writing and some tweaks. And then over there, I help with all of our social media. And then, like I said, Randy and I work together just to help with the marketing overall, making sure that our U.S. brand here and our Dubai brand there is all cohesive and works together, and that we're all championing the same Baba Java excellence.
That's right.
You guys do great. Do a great job with that.
They do. We've got some fun videos Rachel's produced over there of just like baristas and such there. Some of our clients they love being on Instagram and Reels and stuff.
That's right. Follow us at Baba Java Coffee Dubai on Instagram or any social media, and we'd love to show you those videos.
Yeah.
Do you have any camel videos?
Not yet.
We may or may not have one in the
Not
works.
yet.
I have been
Yeah, we need to
pressured.
see
I've
that.
been cornered
Yes,
into
I
this
mean,
position
that's-
of filming a live camel video.
Like a camel brand video.
I don't know if you've noticed, but we have a camel in our main logo.
Yes.
That's right.
So that would be awesome.
I
There's
think you
so
could
many.
just use Gemini and just tell it to make a video of a camel drinking coffee.
No.
And it'll look
Or we can just get
super
a camel
real.
costume for Joshua.
No.
We can-
Amazing.
That's
there we
even
go.
better.
There
Even
we go.
better.
That
Now
was
we're
the
talking.
original, one
Yeah.
of the
we're
original
going to do
things.
that at the very
But you have to
beginning.
wear it in
right.
the middle of July in Dubai.
Oh, yeah, definitely. When it's 115, 20
Yeah.
degrees, 70% humidity.
Yeah, that's the best.
That sounds great.
All right, so we heard from you guys, episodes 2 and 3. What has changed, if anything, good or bad, since we heard from you earlier in the season?
We've sold a lot of coffee since then.
It's always a good
That
thing.
is
Always
a
a
great
good
thing.
thing.
Yeah.
So we have about 21 clients total in the Middle East, and we have a very small team over there still. So it's myself mostly, Rachel doing our marketing, and then we have 2 individuals who help with sales over there in Saudi Arabia. And so we have 21 clients now, so that's much more than where we started.
What countries are we shipping to?
We ship to Saudi Arabia, Oman, UAE, of course, Iraq,
Nice.
I think that's it.
Okay. But Iraq.
Iraq.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Got a roaster there.
That's right. That's pretty cool.
Shout out
Baghdad or
Braden.
No, it's in Erbil, so it's
Okay.
in the
In
north
north,
part of
yeah.
Iraq.
Wow.
Yeah.
in the Kurdish areas. Okay,
So it's
cool.
it's actually
That's in Kurdistan?
It's in Kurdistan. It's quite difficult to get coffee there. Mostly just because the south it's difficult to truck and anything. It's the north of Iraq is quite safe, but
Yeah.
it's interesting. Yes. So there's a specialty coffee roaster there called Civilization Coffee Co. So look it up if you're ever in Iraq.
If you're in Erbil,
Yeah.
visiting your Kurdish relatives.
Exactly.
That's right.
Go
It's
get some
actually in
coffee.
Duhok, Iraq, which is like 2 hours away from Erbil.
Okay, cool.
There you go.
All right, so you're shipping all over.
That's right.
You got a new employee coming on,
We
right?
do. His name is Hales. So this is our first hire since we've moved overseas. We've known him for about a year. He's newly married. Really excited for him to come on. He's never been in coffee before, but he does enjoy coffee, enjoys some specialty coffee. So excited for Hales and his lovely wife, Doreen, to join our Baba Java team over there. He's going to be helping me out with sales and operations and basically whatever we need over there, since it'll be mostly just us two. But I'm really excited for him to come along. I think he's going to do a great job.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
What are some cultural different? Explain to our audience and people who may or may not know. What are some cultural differences between Dubai, the UAE, and America?
Well, I mean, Dubai is...
Give us a geography lesson.
Yeah,
too.
yeah, okay.
What's the difference between Dubai, UAE? Explain it to everybody.
Okay, so Dubai is not a country. Dubai is a city and an emirate. Emirate is kind of like a state. So it's like Dubai, Dubai. Dubai is the city, and Dubai the emirate. So it's like New York, New York. And it is in the Middle East, so it's in the Gulf, the Arabian Gulf, borders Saudi Arabia and Oman, very close to Qatar and Kuwait and all of those countries over
Across
there.
the Arabian Sea from
That's
Iran.
right. Or Persian
Gulf, depending on who you ask.
depending on which side of the
Exactly.
Gulf you're on.
Yeah.
Yes, close to Iran as well. But we live in Dubai. The main cultural difference is that it's a very Eastern-minded culture. So it is a very Western-influenced city, but you kind of have the underlying of Eastern-mindedness. It's in an Arab country, so it's very odd because it's in an Arab country, but majority of the population is from Pakistan or India. So, like we said earlier this season, it's only 95%. It's 5% local.
Mm-hmm.
It's 95% expatriate, which means people who are not from there. And the majority of that population is from Pakistan or India.
And they're mostly the laborers there.
That's right.
Yeah.
They're mostly the laborers, but even the small middle class,
They're also South Asian.
yes.
You're right.
Mostly very Eastern. So that's the major cultural difference, is we're not interacting with people who have kind of an individualistic mindset, freedom, justice-oriented mindset. It's more a family, honor, shame culture, and that's the underlying. Regardless of how Western they might become, there's always that underlying thing of my family, honor, shame mindset. So we have to interact with that every single day there.
So you got some cultural differences, of course. Anybody who might be moving to a different culture, it doesn't matter what it is. You're moving from a culture you've grown up in to a new one. What are some tips? I mean, because both of you guys
Right.
grew up outside the United
That's
States.
right, that's
a
right.
lot of your life. Rachel, from the time, I don't know, I can't remember the years you were.
Yeah, from 3 months old till I was about 10. I lived in South Africa.
Yeah. And Josh, you were almost 6 years. So,
That's right.
Maybe give some tips for folks who are moving overseas to a different culture, like something that's drastically different, like you said, from a Western mindset to an Eastern mindset. What are some things you guys have learned?
Absolutely. So Dubai is a little bit of an easier culture to get into because we still do have all of those Western things, particularly Western restaurants. So we have,
Nice.
recently we just got our first Jimmy John's. We've got Firehouse Subs. We've got Wendy's. We've got Krispy Kreme. We're not really hurting in Dubai. But my tips for if you're someone moving overseas to a non-place like that, there's two main things I would recommend. Find something that's familiar to your old culture, and then also find something that is new that you love. So something that's not familiar, but it's really enjoyable. So it helps you kind of keep your old culture close to home, but also now you have a new culture that you're going to be a part of, that you're trying to interact with. And so find something of that new culture in particular that you love as well.
Yeah, and I would just say, be willing to learn, get to know these different cultures around you. You'll find things that you love. It's really easy to think about all the things that you're leaving behind. But truthfully, one of the hardest parts about, I think, living overseas is that our heart is in multiple places. So, when we're here in Birmingham, we love being around family. We love getting to see friends. We love being on Coffee U. But we're missing our friends back in Dubai. We're missing some good shawarma. We're missing some of the comforts of our home there. And so, I would just say dive into, be content with what's right in front of you. And be content with where you are.
Yeah.
And you guys are young parents, so maybe what are some things you've learned about having a 2-year-old running around?
Yeah, I think it's really important. It's helpful that we both grew up overseas. So I think we see the value that he's getting to partake in. He's learning, he's hearing different languages around him. He's seeing different cultures. He's going to grow up having such a wide view of the world versus such a narrow-minded view that you might have if you stay in your hometown for the rest of your life. So I think we see the value from a young age that he's getting to just absorb and be a sponge to all the cultures around him. He's like a little Bedu baby.
That's right.
He just leans on furniture and eats his food and tries all different kinds of cuisine.
That's right.
That's awesome.
So what are your strategies as you go back to Dubai without Luke and leave him here with us?
I guess FaceTime.
Spoiler, he's staying here apparently.
Oh, wow. Have fun with a 2-year-old.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we haven't had one of
done
those.
the 2-year-old thing. Yeah, you're right. We'll wait till he's 3. And then.
There you go.
So you guys are business professionals in Dubai. So how do you make sure you're professional when things from your own culture may be considered unprofessional? Are there things that are professional here that are unprofessional there, and vice versa? And how do you handle that?
Yeah, so one of the main things we talked about earlier this season is timeliness, but I'll talk about a different one this time. So timeliness is really important for our culture here. There, it's not so important. It's more important to spend time with them. So that's what I really like whenever I'm trying to encourage or teach or train any of our salespeople. It's, hey, let's be timely, let's be on time, like we say, but also we're not going to make a ton of appointments for that day. We're going to make sure we have enough time, spend plenty of time with these clients. So that's the main thing I would say of trying to mix the best of both cultures. And then another thing I would say is it's not polite to be very direct there. So not to be incredibly direct, which can be difficult because I really want to get to the point of like numbers and stuff. So there's a soft and better way to be direct of, hey, so which ones are you liking? Is there a certain price point you would like to get to? Those kind of things. So it's a balance of being semi-direct, but also not being super direct that you're off-putting, because in the Arab culture, they will do everything in their power to honor you. And it's not in this side of the world, we think it's most honorable to tell you the truth. That's not the case over there. They don't have that mindset. They want to make you comfortable. They want to be as hospitable as possible, and that is not the truth.
Right.
Sometimes.
A lot of times it's telling you what you want to hear,
Right.
and not what you need to hear.
What you need to hear.
Yeah.
So in Dubai, that's not as much the case because we still do have the Western influence, but that is still underlying. So sometimes it's difficult when we're dealing with different people. How do we be direct in a not super direct way? How do we be pointed without being rude and off-putting? And so sometimes what I'll do instead is just say, hey, so these are the prices. Please tell me which ones you liked the most, which coffees you liked the most, and we can talk more about price. Of course, in the Middle East, there's always room for negotiation.
Always.
That's always what I say. So we typically do that as well.
Yeah, because here, we do sometimes negotiate price on things in the States, but by and large we don't. But there, almost everything's negotiable.
Everything is negotiable.
Almost
It's an
everything.
expectation for there to be negotiation. Yeah.
You can even negotiate the mall, which is at the mall, which is the weirdest thing to me. I don't like negotiating that much, but it's part of the culture, so we kind of have to.
In Oman, we would negotiate our speeding tickets
Wow.
Oh man,
all the time.
That's crazy.
we should try that.
We always got a discount.
No, you get a camera, and
That's right.
you just have cameras in Dubai. That's all it is.
Yeah, we had them in Oman, but we would go pay them. Well, I would ask for 50% discount. Usually I'd get 25. But
Nice. That's awesome.
I didn't get too many tickets, all right?
I'm a speed demon over here.
Wow.
This was a weekly event for Brad.
No. Allison, maybe.
Oh, wow.
Here's the bus. She's under here.
Called out.
No, she understands. She knows. It's all right. Lead foot.
You got to know where the cameras are.
That's right. Usually we were good about stopping before we got to them or slowing down. But
So there's a few other things that have kind of changed that I forgot to mention.
it's okay.
earlier. There's a few other changes that have been pretty big since our last episode. So we had our first internship this summer.
yeah.
His name was Braden Sullins, and he was amazing.
Yeah.
So he had his third cup of coffee in his life ever with us in Dubai.
Wow.
Likely it was his first specialty cup. I think he said he's had like a V60 before, so maybe it was his second or something like that. But he had his third cup of coffee ever, and by the end of the summer, he has his own V60 set. He's practicing making the pour overs perfectly. Like one of his last few days, he was making sure he got the espresso perfect, the milk texture perfect.
Nice.
He was doing his little V60 and even started experimenting with AirPress. By the end of the summer, he had made like 3 sales, I think, which was the most impressive. He just did an amazing job. And that was just about 2.5 months.
What was the coffee he had? The first
First cup of coffee was, man, I can't remember what it was.
I was just
It was P&G Natural
Oh, of course, yeah.
from Quotera. So, I mean, it was our coffee that we sold to them, but that's kind of the most popular coffee that we sell.
It's a good
there.
coffee, for
It
sure.
is. It's
They
excellent.
do a great job with it.
That's right.
He's actually the reason we started to consider that people don't really have to have an extensive coffee knowledge to work with us. And so we realized we could hire somebody like Hollis who doesn't have coffee experience, but within a couple of months, he's got enough to be able to go and make sales by himself and
That's
go
right.
represent Baba Java
That's
Coffee
right.
with excellence.
Even here, I mean, some of our best employees have come from zero coffee experience.
Yeah.
It's helpful sometimes because you don't have to retrain bad habits.
Right.
You can
Just
go-
train.
It's a clean slate to teach them our ways.
So we do have an internship program. Typically, we'll try and do something over the summer, which is the hottest part of the year. But if you are able to do something at different points of the year, we can be flexible as well. So if you're interested, listener, as a Baba Java employee, want to do some kind of internship, or just as a listener, we're open to talking about what that can look like. But we've started a new internship program, which is going to be really fun, exciting, and super helpful over there, and really good for those coming over, learn coffee in a new culture.
And going in the summer weeds out the ones who really don't want to do
That's
it.
right. Braden was saying he loved Dubai, and he came in the hottest part of the year, so he must really love it.
If you can love it during June to August, then you'll love it for sure.
You will, for sure. Another thing that's new is, so in all the chaos of SCA versus CQI, which I'm sure we've talked about before, the SCA taking over CQI's Q program, I've been able to attain some more certifications. So I will be soon an AST, which is an authorized SCA trainer for cup sensory. And that also allows me to move forward in the track of being able to teach the evolved Q grading process. So I will be able
Fantastic.
to host Q courses. I was in the assistant Q instructor before
the change. Yeah.
And so now I'm able to kind of move forward in the SCA. I've taken advantage of some of the chaos, and now I'm able
Nice.
to be an authorized SCA trainer for cup sensory. I'm going to work on getting the final barista one so I can do those as well, and then soon we'll be able to teach evolved Q courses. Whatever your opinion is on that, we don't agree with everything that's going on, and it's a little controversial, but we're just going to roll with the
Yeah,
punches.
it is what it is now.
We're gonna-
You have to function within the system.
Function within the system. We're going to start teaching some courses, so that's something really
great.
exciting. We just got to host like a pre-Q training here at Baba Java, and I think it went really well.
Went really well. Did a great job.
Hoping to do some more of those in Dubai specifically, and then hopefully back in the U.S. we'll have some more of those as well.
Exciting.
It's really expensive in Dubai for any kind of course because there's not a ton. Before there weren't any Q instructors that lived in Dubai, so they would have to come from outside. So that was my original desire, was to be a Q instructor that lived in Dubai could host more affordable classes. But we'll see what it looks like now. But still would like to host more affordable classes.
Sounds good. Well, thank you guys.
Appreciate y'all
for
coming
absolutely.
in.
For being here,
In
but
person.
most importantly for being in Dubai and for having my grandson.
Who is apparently staying again.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I guess so.
When he's 3.
When he's 3, he'll come back next time.
So thanks again.
Thanks,
and,
guys.
Guys, thanks for joining us. And
Absolutely.
we will see you all next time on
Coffee You.
You.
Have a great day.